What's up guys, my name is Lunar and I play Baptiste quite a lot, and I see lots of Baptiste players make quite a lot of mistakes, and he's a really good character right now. So I've made a quick video going over 5 things I think most Baptiste players do wrong, and without further ado, let's get started. So the first mistake I want to cover is when you should even be playing Baptiste. And you want to play him pretty much always when you have an Orisa, and Bap also works really well with Zenyatta and Brig and even Mercy. And if you have more of a dive-based comp, so Winston, D.Va, Bull, Genji, Tracer, you won't get anywhere near as much value from Bap as you would someone like Ana, for example. So knowing when to play the right hero is key to winning more games, and try and learn when you need to be playing Bap. The second mistake I see every Baptiste player do, including myself, is misusing the immortality field, which is also known as Lamp, which I'll be referring to it as Lamp throughout the video. So your main goal with Lamp is to prevent deaths, which is pretty obvious, but it's actually quite often overlooked by Baptiste players. Try not to be that Bap player that just throws the Lamp across the map to try and help a Tracer in the backline or something. Let the Tracer do what she wants to do. It's not your job to try and keep Tracer alive on the other side of the map, especially when you have double shield. And as a general rule of thumb, try to keep your Orisa alive when running double shield. That's kind of your job. And as I mentioned, whenever you have an Orisa, you should really be playing Bap. So try and keep that Orisa alive as much as possible. Also related to Immortality Field is tracking enemy ultimates so that you can counter them with your Lamp. So main combos are Gravitic Flux, which is Sigma's ult, or Zarya's ult combo with a Dragon from Hanzo. So Grav Flux, Grav Dragon, any of these combos you need to be saving your Lamp for. And if you have a Zen, it's always a really good idea to let them know if you're going to be saving a Lamp for Flux or for another ult, just so that you don't use both at the same time, because they're both really strong abilities and you want to make sure you have them and you're not stacking them and wasting them. You can use Lamp on yourself to enable plays with Baptiste ult as well, but this is much riskier and takes a lot of resources that could potentially be used on the team instead. So only do that if you're confident you can secure 2 or more kills, because most of the time it's better to save your Lamp for your team as opposed to just for yourself. It's a high risk, high reward playstyle, which I tend to do a little bit too much, but it's fun. Now, number 3, I think this is actually a really, really important one, and it's target prioritization. So bottom line is you're a support player, you're not a DPS player. You shouldn't be DPSing enemies all the time. Instead, as Bap, you should focus objects more often. And what I mean by objects is things like enemy shields, turrets, Orisa Bongo, and the enemy's immortality field. You should be focusing these things, as it will allow your DPS players to shoot what actually matters and not have to waste their time with symmetric turrets or a torp turret, because the DPS players are the ones that deal the damage, right? You want them to be shooting the things that matter, and it's your job to clear out the little annoying things like shields and stuff. So if there aren't many objects to shoot, that's your time to put the DPS in on the enemy players. But as a general rule of thumb, you want to be shooting as many objects as you can and not enemies. So the 4th mistake I'd like to cover is players that use their ultimate incorrectly. So Bap's ult charges really, really quickly, and it's usually one of the first to come online in early fights. You need to use this to your advantage. In the early fights, at the beginning of the round, try and farm your window as fast as possible, and you should pretty much always use it as soon as it's available. It's great for zoning the enemy team, pushing them back, or for straight up getting kills, which can help you win more fights and snowball the whole rest of the game, because in Overwatch, winning the first fight gives you a strong advantage for the rest of the match. So don't be afraid to use your window the second it's available. Otherwise, the enemy team will use theirs and you'll just be left in the dust. Also, where possible, try and communicate with your Orisa to form an Orisa pull and window combo. This is a much more reliable way to force enemy cooldowns and maybe even pick up a kill or 2 to just help confirm a team fight win. And the final thing I'd like to cover is a very small, nitpicky one, but actually I see loads of Baptiste players do this, and it's really annoying. Stop using your fully charged Exo Boots against Widow or any hit scan or sniper for that matter. As a Widow player, it is an absolute dream when a Baptiste just leaps, hits his head on a skybox when he's perfectly fine behind 2 shields. Widow just clicks on your head, you're dead, you've got no heals because you probably got a Zen, and then you just lose, right? Stop fully jumping because it's just really easy to get headshot. Play safe, use your boost if only if it will help you gain an advantageous position or to stay alive. So I hope there was some stuff in there that was useful. You have to remember to actually apply some of these things I talked about It's all good watching a video, but it's up to you now to apply the things that you've learned here into your own gameplay. It's probably best to do one thing at a time and get good at each individual thing, and then you'll eventually become a better player. That's how improving works. So thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. If you want to ask any questions or watch me live, you can do so at twitch.tv/I'm Lunar, and I stream every day apart from Monday and Wednesday from 4 o'clock UK time. So feel free to come through to the stream, and I'll be more than happy to ask any questions, and like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Take care. Much love. Bye-bye.